Okay, hello friends, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about trimmer line, what I like, what I use, and what I don't like. We're just going to get right into it. When I first got the FS38, I got this to go with it. This is Stihl 80 thousandths green round line. My opinion on this line is it sucks. It is not very durable. It doesn't last long when you're up against like retaining walls or when you're edging the sidewalk. It just doesn't last very long, and it doesn't really cut well either because it's round. It just kind of blows the grass over instead of cutting it. I can't remember how much this costed, but because it's a Stihl product, it probably costs considerably more than all the others. Now, here's a line that I liked. This line I started the season with, and there's still a little bit left, but I switched to a different line. This is the Arnold Professional Extreme, also in 80 thousandths. It's kind of looks like a plus there, and it's twisted. This line was much more durable. Here, I actually have some here. So, oops, I just have a bunch here. See how it's all coiled up? This line is super flexible. It wants to stay in its natural shape, all curled up like this. And the durability on this line was exceptional. It lasted a long time, especially when edging sidewalks. The only thing I really don't like about it is exactly what's so good about it. It's all curled up, so here's the old head. When I was off throttle, the line would curl up against the head, so it was kind of hard to know how much line I had because you'd have to give it throttle for it to fly out. It wouldn't stay out on its own. But I like this line a lot, very durable, and it cut pretty well. Then I got low, and I got this stuff, the Master Force triangle line, also 80 thousandths diameter. If I can find the end here. So this is a twisted line as well, but it's in the shape of a triangle. It's probably really hard to see because the camera won't focus. But it's got some sharp edges on there. It's also got tiny ridges. The camera probably can't see those ridges, but the ridges would be on the green part. This line probably cuts the best out of all the lines because it's the triangle line. And let me show you. I like that it's not as flexible as the Master Force, as the Arnold line. But look, here's the head on the FS38. The line stays out and it does not curl up by the head. So I know how much line I have out instead of having to give it some throttle. So no. And the line is very durable. Just not quite as durable as that, but I mean it's very close. Price on this one was about $20 for 280 feet. I believe this was around $10 for that. Got these two at Ace Hardware, got this one at Menards, and this is by far my favorite out of the line that I've used. And it stays really straight, especially when you're edging. This stuff kind of wobbled around when I was edging the sidewalk. Now here's the line that I used to use in the, excuse me. Allergies are pretty bad. Golly. Okay. This is the line that I used in the Works battery trimmer. Here's that. Goodness, friends, I'm just sneezing up a storm here. This is what I used in that. It's 65 thousandths diameter. Real hard to show, but it's like a star pointy. My goodness. It's like a circle with 5 points coming out. This cut really, really, really well because of those 5 little points coming out. But durability was not there. Maybe that's just because it's a super thin line, but it did not last long at all. These lines are sold in thicker diameter, and I kind of wonder what it would be like if you tried it, but I'm also kind of worried because it's so sharp, if it would get stuck in the head, like weld itself together. I don't know the price on this. I think it was like $7 maybe. There's a lot in there. And as a homeowner, my dad cuts the grass once a week with this. This whole spool line will last him like 3 or 4 years. I go through a whole box of this, or donut, in like a few months. I still don't use a ton. I haven't used this in a while because it sucks. But these have been my two primary lines, and I've been using this for a few months now, and I really like it. I think next season, I really want to try some like Echo Black Diamond, but they don't sell that in the 80 thousandths diameter. And I know I could use a heavier line, but I don't really want to because 80 thousandths cuts so well. But there is some aftermarket line like from China, but it's in the shape of Echo Black Diamond in 80 thousandths diameter. So I might try that. We'll see how that does. Anyway, there's my opinion on the trimmer lines that I've ran. Hope you found this informative. If you like it, consider giving me a like, maybe a subscribe. Helps out a lot. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.